check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow Unboxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, Showtime announced another fight this year. They're kind of picking the ball up and getting it rolling a little bit faster with Jermall Charlo, middleweight title holder, taking on Brandon Adams from the Contender. Now, Brandon Adams could have chose between fighting Triple G in the month of June or fighting Jermall Charlo. He chose to fight Jermall Charlo, and hopefully when they do the press conference or when he does some interviews, he'll open up and say why. Was it a financial thing, or was it, he felt he could beat Charlo, he couldn't beat Triple G, was a worse matchup. Love to hear that from him, but it's another atrocious card from Showtime PBC, but let's talk about it. Be back. Goodfellow Sports TV in the building. Appreciate everybody showing love. Make sure you jab that subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And, Brandon Adams won the Contender, last Contender. So at the end of the day, I'm not hating on him. Get your money. I'm glad he get a payday, and hopefully he can score an upset or have a good showing where he can go make another payday for him and his family. I know he's going to be extremely motivated, but I think this is just a step up in class and competition. And I see somebody on social media say, oh, this is a B-level fight. Look here, man. At the end of the day, when people say fights like this is a opponent like Brandon Adams, there's no disrespect. He a B-level opponent. Stop disrespecting B-level opponents, because ain't no A-level fighters, you know what I'm saying, in the sport of boxing. You look at it, I don't see no Roy Jones or Prime Pacquiao, Mayweather. I don't see that. This is a C-level opponent. A lot of people say, oh, B-level. They saying that as a generic. This is a C-level opponent right now. And a lot of these dudes are fighting C-level opposition. And people say B-level, like, they need to stop disrespecting above average fighters. Because B is still good on my book. And I'm not saying Adams ain't good, but he's a C-level fighter. But on the card, you're going to have Erickson Lubin fighting a Frenchman, Zakaria Adoko. I don't know his dude's name. He lost 6 times, and like a loss ain't really bad, but the dudes that he lost to, he lost a guy that's 5-3, and this pathetic records, man. This dude, he's fought a 6, a 8, a 6-rounder. The last time he fought a 12-rounder was like almost 2 years ago, over 2 years ago by the time this fight get here. So I mean, a mismatch on top of a mismatch, and then there's some smaller guys fighting in a WBA title eliminator, which I'm tired of watching PBC fight cards open up with featherweights. Paperweights, bantamweights that we don't even want to see. They never gonna win the world championship. Give at least, hey man, if they're gonna start opening the cards up, put Bilo B-Hop on there. At the end of the day, start putting some prospects on there. Money Pile the third. It's better than seeing these little Hispanic fighters, man. I understand they fighting in Houston. It's probably a big Hispanic population, but golly, they killing us with the PBC opening cards being Hispanic fighters that nobody but their family care about. Shit, they family don't even care they was fighting. And Erickson Lubin gets a WBC title eliminator by fighting a guy with 6 losses to nobody I heard of. He hasn't beat anybody I heard of in the last 2 or 3 years. How does this guy get a title eliminator? Erickson Lubin gonna think he worked his way back up, and then he gonna get beat again. He has to fight some tough opposition, man. He gotta fight an Austin Trout. He gotta fight somebody like that. Erickson Lubin, once again, the WBC is picking who they want to be successful in fight. They getting Erickson Lubin another way up, bruh. He only fought 1 time since being knocked out before he fought Ishe Smith. He beat Ishe Smith, and now he fought a time eliminator, and he ain't beat nobody in those 3 fights to say, okay, he ready to fight for a title. He gonna get to the mountaintop again and get kicked down again. Bruh, they need to move him better, man. He at least need to fight a Trout before he get a title. He at least need to fight the Takashi, whatever, the New York guy that homeboy just fought, Jaime Maguire just fought. Shit, Dennis Hogan to be a solid test for him. He need to fight 2 or 3 of them dudes before he get another title shot. But then again, he gonna think he back. He gonna get knocked out again. And it's atrocious that it's atrocious that they putting fight cards on like this, man. They could just kept this shit. But they fight in the NRG arena in Houston. It holds 8,000 capacity. Not sure the capacity that holds for a boxing fight. I know that Houston Comets used to play there for a minute, females basketball team. The Rice Owls used to play there for 1 year. So his whole sporting events before. We see how Charlo Pool. I'm not sure where Jaime Maguire fought at, but it's an 8,000 venue. And if he really getting love in a city like that, he should be able to pretty much fill it up to capacity. And but like I said before, it's another meaningless fight on Showtime. It's meaningless. Real talk. I mean, who cares a fuck about Charlo other than it's a homecoming? Who cares about Charlo fighting Brandon Adams? It's not gonna make anybody think. Even if you go out there and tap Brandon Adams on top of the forehead and he crumble, nobody gonna say, oh, because he beat the way he beat Brandon Adams. It mean he beat Canelo. It mean he beat Andrade. He beat Triple G. This fight ain't nothing but a stay busy fight, man. It's atrocious that the sport of boxing, these fighters just don't want to continue to fight nobody want to fight the best. Everybody rather fight these little knick-knack fights, these little filler fights, than give us the best competition. And, somebody posted on Twitter that Dante said that boxing is the only sport that people don't want to see their favorite fighter fighting a Super Bowl-esque type of fight. And I feel it. Like, I'm tired of seeing Charlo in these fights. And it's out of his control because it's politics. Canelo don't want to fight him. Triple G don't want to fight him. I'm just done with the fight. Triple G, no, Charlo, too tough. It ain't his fault, but at the end of the day, it's frustrating that Showtime is just got some shitty ass fights this year. Bar none, Showtime is the worst network for boxing. I think Bounce TV might have had slightly worse fights than what Showtime is showing in their lifetime or their tenure in the boxing game. Like, at this point, it's basically having a food joint, nobody coming in buying the food. You might get 2 or 3 customers a day. They need to go ahead and shut it down. This card is probably going to do, it'd be lucky if it did 500,000 viewerships. This is going to be another 300,000 type of card, 400,000 if they lucky. Like, they just need to go ahead and cancel boxing Showtime, because if this is what y'all budget and holds, if it's a Hugo Ruiz's versus Tank and a Showbox card tonight, I heard I wasn't even aware of, and just these shitty ass fights they putting on. Rob Reisha Jr. versus Bartholomew, and then we talking what else you got? Gervonta Tank Davis versus this Ricardo Nunez mandatory. Like, just go ahead and cancel boxing, bro. Like, y'all is terrible. At least last year around this, well, in April they had Hurd and Lowry. You be like, okay, it was a good fight, but with Fox here, Fox get all the premium fights, and Showtime get the bullshit. So if you fighting on Showtime, I don't think PBC too much care for you right now. But hey, it is what it is. His brother Jermall will be fighting Tony Harrison in a rematch on Fox, which Showtime should have fought and tried to got that on Showtime. That'd have been their best fight of the year by far. But even FS1 got better fights. They had, Uzataki versus Caleb Plant is by far better than anything Showtime has showcase. I would have zero interest going to this fight card. This is a joke. They should have, and I know they couldn't put Tony Harrison didn't want to go to Jermall Charlo backyard, but that would have been a better fight for Houston. This and the Jaime Maguire fight they had in Houston against Inoue is just gonna turn boxing fans off in Houston. This is atrocious, man. Like, really, like, this should have been the undercard, Brandon Adams and Charlo, to something else. They should have threw this on the Wilder and Brazil undercard. Or you know what? They should have just streamed this shit on the Showtime app and just didn't put it on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? Or something. They could have kept this. You know what I'm saying? And this type of fight, that I can see why fighters don't want to train for this type of fight. How can I get up for fighting Brandon Adams other than the payday? What reward do you get? It's a low risk, low reward type of fight. You know what I'm saying? But hey, credit to Charlo. He fighting the contender, whatever, season 5 or 6 winner. So at the end of the day, he got to be on his P's and Q's, or he gonna get a L on that record. But for me, it's a joke. This is a joke. Showtime is just dead. And for them to put Erickson Lubin in another mismatch for a title eliminator, the WBC really need to be examined by somebody, man. They really need they boxing belt revoked until they get their shit together. Real talk, because they just around here doing the dumbest stuff of all time. But I'm going to link an article telling you the full plans for the Charlo Adams fight. I know a lot of people in Texas and Houston going to go support Charlo, as they should. Support him. Make sure you go, if you out in the DMV, you go get them Jared Hurd and J-Rock tickets, man. Go support Jared Hurd as well. And help these fighters sell better in their hometown. And maybe they can get better fights in their hometown. But hey, it's a Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code in the description. Check them out, man. Hellblaze definitely got some dope products. And we're on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Appreciate the love and support. One time.